let's talk economics real quick. So the starting salary for a STEM career is $66,000, bachelor's or higher, right? Education, teaching is a STEM career. The average salary, what I was looking from, the lowest I seen was $35,000 all the way to $56,000. I think New York starts at $56,000 with just a bachelor's, right? So even that at the highest at $56,000, that's not even touching the starting salary for other STEM careers that they get paid $66,000. That's a $10,000 difference. Now, also, what a lot of people are not talking about with every other career, we could only work so much overtime. Like, I know like policemen, correctional officers, they bank on a lot of overtime. But us, we can't, like, if we lesson plan outside of work, we can't just punch in the clock and get counted for that time. Or if we're doing unit planning, even the work over the summer, really, we're not really getting paid for a lot of the work we do outside of that classroom from 8 to 3. We're not getting paid for that. So teachers leave a lot of money on the table that we should get paid for. You know what I'm saying? So I think the most we can really get for overtime or per session for a lot of places, like after school, it's like 2 to 3 hours, which really ain't doing nothing because they tax that money. They tax that money. So, the most we get is 2 or 3 hours. Let's say they pay you $50 an hour. You get $100 a day. They tax it out. You may get $70. Out of that day. So that's another thing. We got to get paid for the things that we're doing outside the classroom because, especially obviously, if they do, give us a raise, right? $100,000 in New York and $100,000 in Atlanta is two different things. It's gonna go way further in Atlanta. So do you pay the teachers according to the cost of living in each state, or do you just pay everyone the same across the board, right? I think a lot of people are gonna up and leave New York and LA and Texas to probably make $100,000. We're gonna get into that later. But yeah. Next, what is a fair starting salary for teachers? Given that, we do so much. And I think the people that's going to give us a raise have to be in education because they understand the work that we do. It's a lot of social emotional, it's a lot of taxing on your mental. Do we get, along with healthcare, do we get what is it called? Therapy. Do we get therapy along with that? I think a lot of teachers need therapy. Because this year, man, I never really believed in, being down and everything. But, like, this year, I was feeling it, So do teachers get therapy? Because a lot of teachers are quitting at record numbers. The fact of not getting paid the way we're supposed to be getting paid, with the stress, with the BS, outside of the classroom, with colleagues, admin, parents, whatever, that's making a lot of teachers quit. I don't know if money would be the solution, but I'm damn sure it would help. I'm sure it would help. So now, what is a fair starting salary for teachers, right? I believe $85,000 starting with masters. You know what I mean? And then the max I think should go up to $200,000. I think it should go up to $200,000. Along with your expertise. Because in New York, the pay scale is after 30 years, 25, 30 years, you get $100,000. But, okay, let's say 30 years from now, right? $100,000 is not going to be the same 30 years from now. That $100,000 30 years from now is going to be really like 70. So that got to change too, I think. And also, after taxes, you got to think too, if we make $100,000, that's going to be like 65 to 70,000 after taxes. So we really should be making $130,000, $140,000. So after taxes, we can get back 100. So that's why I said, as time goes up, our salary should increase. And I think after like 25, 30 years, you should be seeing $20,000. So that when we retire, if we can't, right now as teachers, if we can't live off 100% of our salary, what makes you think we're going to be able to live off 40% of our salary when we retire? That's ridiculous. That's why I think we should be getting paid. It should go up all the way until $20,000. So when we start our retirement fund, you know, when we hopefully we live out the rest of this time that we working, you know, we could have a paycheck that we can live off of. Because right now we can't even live off 100% of our paycheck. So what made you think we're gonna be able to live off 40% of our paycheck? Most of us are working, you know, working side jobs, side hustles. You know, if I wasn't tutoring, it would be hard. Like I'll be penny pinching, honestly. You know what I mean? With a $1,700 rent a month, it'll be rough. So let me know your thoughts below in the comments, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.